The Fisherman's Story. Why less can be more. There is a small fishing village on the edge of the ocean, quiet, calm, and far from the noise of the big cities. Here, the sea stretches endlessly, glimmering under the golden sun. Waves roll gently onto the shore, and seabirds circle lazily overhead. Every morning as the first light touches the water, a fisherman rows his small wooden boat into the bay. He casts his net, waits patiently, and by noon he returns to the shore with enough fish to feed his family for the day. Afterward, he sits in the shade of a palm tree, playing his guitar, sipping tea, watching the sun move across the sky. Children laugh nearby. The ocean hums softly. It is a simple life, and yet a peaceful one. One day, a businessman from the city comes to visit the village. He wears an expensive suit, a gold watch, and carries himself with great confidence. He notices the fisherman sitting under the tree, his boat tied up for the day, and asks, "Why aren't you out fishing? The day is still young. You could catch more fish." The fisherman smiles politely. "I already caught enough for today. My family has what we need, and now I'm enjoying the afternoon." The businessman shakes his head. "But don't you see, if you worked longer, you could catch even more fish, sell the extras, make more money. You could buy a bigger boat, hire men to work for you, and one day own an entire fleet." The fisherman tilts his head, curious. "And what then?" he asks. "Then," the businessman says, "you could retire rich, move to a quiet little village, and spend your days relaxing, sitting under a tree, playing guitar, and enjoying life." The fisherman chuckled softly, his eyes twinkling. "But isn't that exactly what I'm doing now?" The businessman pauses, unsure how to answer, and for the first time in a long time, he sits down beside the fisherman, quietly listening to the ocean. Life often whispers to us in moments like this. We are taught to chase more money, more things, more success, without stopping to ask ourselves, why? We fill our days, our calendars, our minds with endless noise and activity, believing that happiness lives somewhere at the end of the race. But the truth is, sometimes what we are chasing is already here. Sometimes happiness is as simple as a quiet afternoon under a tree, as small as laughter, as gentle as the ocean breeze. In this story, the fisherman is not lazy. He is not lacking ambition. He simply understands what he needs and what he doesn't. He chooses balance. He chooses enough. And that is something many of us have forgotten, the courage to say, "This is enough." You don't need to fill your life with things to make it meaningful. You don't need to wait until retirement or the next promotion or the next big milestone to sit and enjoy the beauty around you. Every day, you have a choice: to fill your hours with endless doing or to make space for being. You don't have to move to a little fishing village to find peace. You don't need to sell everything and walk away from your responsibilities. But you can bring a little of the fisherman's wisdom into your life, right here, right now. Start by asking yourself, what truly matters? What brings you peace? What can you let go of? The world will always tell you to want more, to do more, be more, achieve more. But the ocean does not rush, the sun does not hurry, the birds do not worry, and yet everything still happens in its time. Perhaps, if you slow down, you will notice the beauty that has been waiting for you all along. Perhaps you will remember that you are already enough, just as you are. So sit for a moment, breathe, feel the quiet hum of life around you, and ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to live? What kind of story do you want to tell? Maybe your story is not about building a fleet. Maybe your story is about savoring the afternoon. Maybe your success is not in how far you go, but in how deeply you feel. The fisherman planted no trees, but every day he planted peace in his heart. And that, too, is a kind of legacy. So today, be like the fisherman. Smile. Be grateful. Rest. You don't have to wait for some day to begin living the life you deserve. The best time is now. And tomorrow, you can always fish again. Maybe tomorrow will bring more fish. Maybe tomorrow the sun will shine brighter. Maybe tomorrow your worries will seem smaller. But even if tomorrow is just the same, that is enough. Because today, you are here. You are breathing. You are alive. And you have everything you need to find peace. The businessman thought he understood success. He thought he knew what life was about. But as he sat beside the fisherman, listening to the waves and feeling the salty breeze on his face, something shifted. He began to wonder what he had been chasing all these years. He began to wonder if maybe he already had everything he was looking for. You don't have to run to find yourself. You don't have to climb higher or work harder or push further to feel worthy. You are worthy because you are here, because you try, because you care. The ocean will still be here tomorrow. The sun will still rise. The birds will still sing, and you will still have time to breathe. So sit quietly now. Let your heart slow down. Let your thoughts drift like clouds over the water. And listen. Listen to the quiet voice inside you, the one that already knows what you need. It's telling you, you are enough. You have always been enough, even on your busiest days, even on your loneliest nights, even when you doubt yourself. The fisherman knew this, and now you do too. So tomorrow, fish again, live again, breathe again. But don't forget to stop, to rest, to smile, to sit under the tree, to listen to the ocean, to remember what really matters, and know that you are already home.